Oh boy, we've got a plumbing disaster on our hands. We had a leak under the kitchen sink that slowly dripped underneath the flooring.
Oh, that does not look good.
In the last video, in case you missed it, we identified the leak and assessed the damage. We turned off the water to the main and disconnected the water inlets. And then I erroneously cut the pipe. Oh no! My plan was to take this shark bite fitting right here, slide it over the pipe, and then screw it onto the dual valve like this. Sounds pretty simple, right? So I got in the car and went to the plumbing supply store, and this is what they told me. You have galvanized pipe coming out of your wall. Your plan will not work. They said you should not have cut that. I was so distraught. Panic, tears, the water to our house, the main line is off, and I don't have a clear plan on how to fix this. I called a plumber that was outside of town by about 30 miles. He would just pay through the nose for this. We got on his list. We had basically about an hour, the plumber's deadline for cancellation, if I was gonna do this myself. So the race was on, back in the car to get the tools that I needed, and hopefully complete the job myself. I knew that if I could get the galvanized pipe out of the wall, it would be hopefully downhill from there. And the big question is, could I do it? Let's get down to business, picking up where we left off. So I had removed this escutcheon plate. I know there's some open outlet. There's not a cover on that outlet. I know, don't even get me started. Not my house. But anyway, I could now see the elbow was facing, it was on this side of the cabinet, not going into the wall. So the idea was that I could take this thing off with my pipe wrench. It's on there really, really well. I'm not sure what secures it on there so tightly. That pipe dope you can see sticking out probably acts as some type of cement. Let's go live to my wife who is filming me. And of course, I'm no plumber. We could always have the possibility that I am extremely weak or inexperienced here. I got it, baby.
Ooh.
All right. That's it. All right. Woo! That's a win. The next step, I'm gonna get the threads to the elbow piece cleaned off.
Like a rubber glove so you can get like really in there.
We're not gonna go too far in there, but... So after we remove the pipe, you can see there's debris and stuff from the rust and corrosion happening, and we need to get those threads prepped for the new incoming pipe that we're going to install in just a moment. I'm going to grab one of my kids' toothbrushes. They won't even notice. It'll be fine. And get that cleaned out. I'm kidding, by the way. I'm not actually using my kids' toothbrush. Well, it is, but they're not going to reuse it. And I mean, what kind of person do you think I am? We do things a little unorthodox on this channel, but we're not cruel by any means. So this is what's next with the threads prepped. We have our new dual valve piece that we're going to be installing. I just went to the hardware store and said, hey, match that. Actually the plumbing store said, match this. They hooked me up with the appropriate length of copper pipe, not galvanized pipe. And we're going to get that threaded now. And to thread this, keep in mind, I'm no plumber at all. This is what I was following instructions from the plumbing supply company. We've got our tape here, and notice the direction that I'm going. I'm going with the threads as it's going to screw on and turn to the right. In other words, we want it to go, the tape to not get unraveled as we screw it into wherever it's going into. So the directionality of the tape is pretty important, and I've got other videos on my channel if you want more detailed instructions on how to do this. Tape with pipe dope in this situation does seem to work the best. I've had no problems with it. Again, I'm no plumber, so you gotta like do your own research and figure out your own solution. Some people say tape, some people say pipe dope, and some people say both. I'm doing both. So we're gonna take some pipe dope here, and I'm gonna mix it up really well, or as best as I can in the tube before I apply it, because you don't want like oil coming out. The oil won't do anything. You want it generally kind of mixed up before you apply it, and try not to unravel the tape as you apply it. I'm doing it liberally. Most of this stuff will just kind of push out, but I think this will do just fine. I'm gonna hand tighten it, and then you'll see me use the pipe wrench here in a minute to get it ultra tight without, of course, cracking or damaging any of the valve components. I'm doing the valve first as opposed to putting this in the wall and then trying to put on the valve afterwards. I felt like I could control this a little bit better. And notice that I'm turning with the pipe wrench the correct way, not the opposite way. Again, you don't want to unravel any of the tape that you worked so hard just a moment ago to apply. Notice the babysitter in the background. The kids are watching TV, so they don't bother me during this kind of meticulous point of the project. We're going to take the other end now and do the same thing on this threaded copper pipe. And you know the story. We're going to make sure that it goes the correct way. And I'm doing like 4 or 5, I don't know what the pros say to do, but I'm doing kind of 4 or 5 360 turn wraps around. And I felt like that was pretty good. I didn't want the tape to be too far to the front, and I didn't want that to affect the flow of the water coming through. So it's pulled back just slightly, hitting that first thread minus a little bit. And then pipe dope, of course, one generous kind of loop around, so to speak, and taking care not to disrupt that tape again. You want it nice and smooth. If you do disrupt it, you have to take it all off and start again. Well, that's what I recommend, or that's what I'm doing, whatever my opinion's worth if you're watching this. Anyway, we're ready to put the end of the copper pipe into the wall. And again, I'm being really careful, making sure I'm turning the correct way, making sure those threads lock but aren't misaligned. In other words, you want them to go into, obviously, the receiving threads without issue. Don't turn and pull, or don't twist it the other way, because you'll unravel the tape. And so that's what I'm taking care of as I'm doing this, and making sure that that baby is tight as possible without damaging the valves. And it's kind of a fine line, right? Like, how much is too much? I don't know the answer to that. But I basically went as tight as I could by hand, and then busted out the big guns, the 14-inch pipe wrench, and bit as close to the elbow as I could. And I think that helps prevent like torque twisting, potentially twisting the pipe or the elbow. And if your elbow's like bending, you need to stop and call a pro, because mine was really secure and sturdy. I had my eye on that elbow, making sure that things were twisting and tightening, but not at the expense of something else giving and breaking inside the wall, for example. And just like we took the pipe off, it was extremely tight and difficult to get it into its, quote, proper location, whatever that means. The dual valve, you'll notice, is fine either way. You can just get it like 180. You don't have to get it a full 360 rotation for it to be in the proper location. But basically, I went until I felt like the pipe wrench couldn't give anymore. Now we're going to turn on the water main. My wife's outside. Let's go live. All right, you can tell her to slowly turn on the water. We got a bucket brigade happening with my kiddos, relaying the message from me to one kiddo, to the other kiddo, to my wife out on the side of the street where the water main turnoff is. Now I'm going to be quiet for a minute or so, enjoy this real footage from the actual project, and stay tuned. You're not going to want to miss the end, what happens. Say there's nothing happening so far.
There's nothing happening so far. Nothing happening. What about now?
Nothing happening. No.
No.
Ask her how far she's turned the...
How far has she turned it? How far has she turned it? A centimeter.
Oh, tell her to turn it like a full turn. Tell her to turn it a full turn.
Tell her to turn it a full turn. She can't. She needs a rag. Right.
No,
No,
not yet.
not yet.
I think I'm hearing something.
She's hearing water.
Okay. All right, tell her to wait. Oh, shit. We'll find out what happens in the next video. This video's gone on long enough. Be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Don't forget to check out my website for resources to make sure this never happens to you. We'll see you in the next video. Help me up.
All right, do it again.
You ready?
No, not so hard.
Okay, not so hard. Ready? Come and get me. Come and get me. Look, come over here.